Come to the line, coming down for the checkers. Earnhardt is in front. Davey Allison trying to move at the stripe. It will be Dale Earnhardt winning here today in the Busch Clash.
Board cameras. He makes a charge at Bobby Allison, but the handling of that car number 12 is so strong that no one gets another look at him. Allison, a serious favorite for tomorrow's Daytona 500 because the car really does handle. I'm driving for the finish line. Waltrip has secured first place. The battle here for second. Notice Terry Labonte up on the outside, but by 4 feet. Give it to Dale Earnhardt for second.
Was keen from the beginning, and only a major accident blemished the event, taking out several drivers in the process. But when the smoke cleared, it was Bobby Allison holding off a crowd to capture the victory.
Allison high. Davey Allison trying the inside move. Bobby Allison holds him off. They come to the stripe, and the winner of the 30th annual Great American Race, Bobby Allison. Davey Allison, his son, in second. Judy Allison ecstatic. What a tremendous family performance.
Fury, the first person who's going to hug his neck is Dale Earnhardt because they are partners.
Here they come down to the line. The finish it this afternoon. The checkers are out. And Alabama's Neil Bonnet, fourth. The team is ready to jump. Turn 4 out, down through the trioval. The checkered flag is at the ready, and Neil Bonnet in the Valvoline Pontiac strikes gold. Second place will go to Bobby Allison in the number 12 Buick, and third place is Dave Marcus in the number 71 car.
Not only will this be a spin and win, but it'll be a spin with less than 2 laps, whether less than 10 laps to go, and a Bill Elliott victory. Here's the checkered flag. Bill Elliott wins. Mark Martin is second, and Jeff Bodine is third.
100 down the backstretch. Labonte in the Budweiser Chevrolet, prepared by Junior Johnson, whose place is just down the road. Labonte off of corner number 4. The checkered flag drops, and Terry Labonte wins his 8th Winston Cup race of his career.
Over $7 million in career earnings. He will go over the $300,000 mark this year by taking this victory.
He'll follow Benny Parsons off turn 4 for the second time this year. Dale Earnhardt accepts the checkered flag from Harold Kinder. Sterling Marlin finishes second.
Into the banking of the trioval. Bill Parsons has the lead. Bobby Allison running second. If Allison is going to make a move, he's going to have to do it now. He cannot do it. Bill Parsons is going to win his first Winston Cup race. There's the checkered flag. Parsons wins. Allison second. Bodine third.
Team 2 years later, trying to win the Winston Open here today.
And the turn down off 4 for the finish line. It is Labonte, Marlin, Davey Allison, Bill Elliott, Bobby Allison.
For Bobby Labonte and Patty Moise tangled in turn 4. The wall would win as usual. And then Dale Earnhardt had his engine expire with just a couple of laps left. It was the day for Dale Jarrett. He would win the race under the yellow.
Comes Wallace moving to the inside. Wallace pulling ever so much closer as they come to the stripe. And he drives into the grass. Wallace, as he finally has to settle for second place. It'll be Darrell Waltrip, the first man in history to win this event 4 times.
This year. Prior to today, his best finish in Grand National competition was second at Charlotte just last weekend, and now he brings home a victory. So the checkered flag comes out. Bobby Hillin Jr. in only his 7th start in Grand National competition.
Racetrack in turn number 3. He'll pass under Benny Parsons, who lets him have lots of racing room. Here comes Bill Elliott out of corner number 4, and Elliott wins the Budweiser 500 at Dover Downs International Speedway.
So many times today. Looks like he's got it made, Bob.
Rusty Wallace comes out of corner number 9 in the Kodiak Pontiac. Slips just a little, but he's got the race won. He crosses the line, and Rusty Wallace wins. Terry Labonte is second.
Tommy Houston, who fought his way past the 21 of pole sitter and defending series champ Larry Pearson. Houston thus became the first repeat winner of the season, and that ends a string of 13 different winners in Grand National racing.
Jeff Bodine, the former Daytona 500 winner, hasn't won since 1986. He comes out of turn number 3. The crowd is on their feet. Jeff Bodine will win it this afternoon here at Pocono, the Miller High Life 500.
A tremendous victory, and now coming down the front stretch.
3 and 4. Driving for the finish. Down they come. Elliott trying to pull up. Rusty Wallace staying in front, coming to the line. Rusty Wallace has defeated Bill Elliott by a margin of about 24 1/100ths of a second.
Wilson, and then has to fall back as Wilson makes his move down to the inside. He is alongside Bill Elliott. Wilson alongside, pushes a nose just ahead. Will this be the first victory for Wilson? Elliott is alongside now. Elliott forges ahead, and Elliott with a nose just ahead of Wilson at the line as they touch, coming across to finish this race. Elliott wins the firecracker with Wilson in second.
The final corner and the final mile of the AC Sparkplug 500. It will go to the Coors Belling Ford Thunderbird. His 27th career Winston Cup victory. Bill Elliott takes the checkered flag.
Coming down for the finish of the 20th annual Talladega 500. Missouri's Ken Schrader in front, coming back down out of turn 4 comes Earnhardt. Wilson on the outside. He wants to take one more shot. Here they come, all battling for the lead. Bodine comes back up the middle at the line. Schrader. Checkered flag is out. Incredible win for Ken Schrader in the Harry Hyde car.
His advantage. He was going to slow it down in that turn, and
they bump. Here they come off the 7th corner. Who's going to win it? They're side by side. Rusty is well off the track. He cannot win it, and Ricky Rudd does. Unbelievable.
We knew it was going to be that kind of a race when the green flag flew again.
We have a crash. Davey Allison involved in a crash.
With a lot of smoke coming from that car. Here we go. Here's the shootout. Remember, Davey Allison is the leader. Here he comes. Davey Allison wins the Champion Sparkplug 400. Now let's go back and watch this battle for second. Rusty Wallace leads him down. It's Wallace, Elliott, and
it will be his 13th career Busch Grand National win. Well, he's coming up on a little traffic, but Jack Kinger moved out of his way, gave him plenty of racing room.
Here he comes off corner number 4. Larry Pearson wins the Tri-City Pontiac 200 for the second consecutive year. It's still Dale Earnhardt leading Bill Elliott into turn number 3. Elliott will make a final bid, but it's not going to work. Dale Earnhardt wins the Busch 500. Bill Elliott finishes in second position, and Jeff Bodine, I believe, is going to pick up third with Davey Allison fourth.
Here again, looked like he pretty well had it in hand. That car has worked so well all afternoon, and he was out front, had about a 2-car length lead over Jeff Bodine, and the checkered flag comes out.
Harry Gant has won the Gatorade 200 at Darlington International Raceway. The crew celebrating the victory.
Elliott puts the car way up against the wall. So is Rusty Wallace. Here they come off the 4th corner. It looks like it's going to be Bill Elliott winning, I think. Boy, it was close, though. I think Elliott won by about a half a car length over Rusty.
On the calendar with the Stabolas for 1988 for Bobby Allison. Checkered flag is about to fall on his son, who has won here the Richmond 400 this afternoon on this brand new track.
That
what
one's for
finish.
you, Dad, huh?
Yep.
backstretch on the white flag lap. Michael Waltrip in the car owned by his brother, the Superflow Chevrolet. Here he is coming off of corner number 4. The checkered flag is waiting, and Michael Waltrip wins the Grand National 200. Won here in the spring at Dover and is threatening to make it a clean sweep for 1988. Bill Elliott through corner number 3, now corner number 4. He's onto the main straightaway, and Bill Elliott from Dawsonville, Georgia wins the Delaware 500. Second goes to Earnhardt. Third.
Defending champion of this race is about to successfully defend his championship. He won at Charlotte earlier this year in the World 600, and now here he comes off the 4th corner. The hand is in the air. Darrell Waltrip wins the Goodies 500.
Here is going to try to make a bid out of turn 4 if he can, but looks like Moroso will hold him off as he comes through turn 4. They're coming to the stripe hill.
Moroso with 5-car length advantage, and he has the checkered flag. He's won the big one, the biggest win of his young life. The 20-year-old speedster coming into the first corner, but Rusty now driving with a rearview mirror. Notice him cut down, not allowing Darrell a lane to get around. This time Darrell's going high over in the 3rd turn. Rusty goes high to block his path. Bill, take him to the finish.
He was very loose through turn 4, fishtailing the car. He comes to the stripe, and Darrell Waltrip makes a move. Darrell actually bumped the rear bumper on the Rusty Wallace car as they came to the checkered flag. Rusty Wallace has won the 29th annual Oakwood Home 500.
Bodine catch Rusty Wallace, and he nudges him in turns 1 and 2. Wallace a little bit out of shape. Bodine back on the inside. They are door to door, down for the white flag, final time. Here's Wallace back on the inside, and he nudges Jeff Bodine in turns 3 and 4. The crowd on their feet. It will be sideways. Rusty Wallace will win it here at Wilkesboro Speedway. I mean, they are on their feet, ladies and gentlemen, for an outstanding finish. What a...
To do it, and I don't think he is going to be able to. We watch him come out of corner number 4. Gant maintains the lead, and he crosses the stripe and wins the AC Delco 200 with Earnhardt about 2 car lengths behind.
Into 3rd and 4th corners for the final time. Rusty keeps the car low on the racetrack. Off of corner number 4. Here comes the checkered flag, and Rusty Wallace has won here in Rockingham. And it comes at Phoenix International Raceway in the inaugural event here. Alan Kulwicki from Greenfield, Wisconsin, in his 85th start on the Winston Cup Series. Here he comes out of corner number 4. Rusty Wallace a little bit loose coming off here. They're going to cross the line just about side by side, but it is Alan Kulwicki winning the inaugural Checker 500 from Phoenix International Raceway. Rusty Wallace from Fenton, Missouri is about to win the Atlanta Journal 500. Here he comes off of corner number 4, and Rusty Wallace wins race number 6 of 1988, the final one of the year. It's a celebration in the Pontiac crew. They're celebrating the battle victory, but here is the war victory that's won by Bill Elliott, and listen to the partisan crowd here at Atlanta. We're just down the road from Dawsonville, Georgia, Bill's hometown, and he had a tremendous turnout of people here this afternoon to cheer him on to the Winston Cup, and they did so successfully.